we have objects in the sky that are the size of an SUV over any city, over any state, it's an invasion of our airspace. In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now. How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down, whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty dire information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this. Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern seaboard and launch drones the size of an SUV into the skies of several states, particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home, also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen. That capability exists. It's possible some of those drones are here. So I have two questions. How are they fueling them? They have to land somewhere. Drones don't fly forever. Why don't they close down the airspace? Yes, it's inconvenient. Yes, it's the holidays. Shut it down. But if you start shooting things and you don't know how they're fueled, that's going to be mass explosions. This isn't like one spy balloon. Congressman, this is serious.
We've got to bring them down, and we've got to find a way to bring them down. I don't know exactly where they're landing. Obviously, I have some information. And again, this isn't just Jeff Van Drew. Oh, let's get on Harris Faulkner's show and say something outrageous. I'm telling you the straight deal from very high positioned individuals who are telling me this. And the bottom line is they're launching them. They are across the country. We don't even have anything like this. No. Our government and also certainly our hobbyists don't. So think about it. It's not only do I have the information, but it's also common sense. We've got to get them down. We've got to determine how they function, what they do, make sure that we can get them. And you're right, in a safe way. When I say shoot them down, get them down any way that you can. But right now they're probably extracting information. This is a clear and present danger to the United States and to our president-elect. And it's a serious business.
Well, and if one of them happens to fall, and they're fueled, that explosion could kill people. I have to let you go, Congressman, but I'm so grateful for your time today.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. Most compelling analysis.
Head to New Jersey, where there are even more questions about those mysterious drone sightings. Mayors say a briefing today failed to provide answers, and now one New Jersey congressman claims Iran is involved. News 4's Adam Harding has been covering this over the last few weeks. He's back in Maplewood. All right, Adam.
David, we got a lot we need to get to today. So let's start with the most up-to-the-minute information. This coming from Washington and the Pentagon tonight, disputing those reports about foreign entities possibly being linked to these drones. Investigators right now in Washington say there is no evidence right now pointing to that. To your point, mayors from across the state today were invited down to South Jersey near the Trenton area, state police headquarters, for a briefing on the issue. And mayors tell me they walked away still with a lot of questions.
Our residents have been reaching out to us and, they're really concerned.
Montgomery's Nina Singh among the hundreds of mayors Wednesday invited to state police headquarters in Ewing for a briefing on the mysterious drones buzzing over the skies of New Jersey.
So I came today hoping that there was going to be some answers. What I got out of the meeting was, don't worry, but we don't know what it is. That is not reassuring.
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones.
As the briefing was being held, New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew, a member of the House Judiciary Committee, was on TV claiming Iran launched a ship containing the drones roughly a month ago. The mayors we spoke with say that wasn't addressed today.
While we're in there, we are told that via social media that Congressman Van Drew is on TV explaining that he has received word that there is an entity off of the coast of New Jersey that is allowing these drones to fly in and out. Over 180 drones have now been spotted in the state of New Jersey, according to the briefing that we just received.
My reaction was why? Why would they do that?
Former New York Homeland Security Advisor Michael Balboni doesn't think Iran is behind the drones.
Iran is really challenged militarily now as a result of the loss of Hezbollah and even the fall of Syria. They got a lot of problems. Why would they go and truly poke the bear and try to do something in the sovereign nation of the United States?
It's looping around the area.
For weeks, the sightings have been piling up from North Jersey to South Jersey.
That's not a plane.
With no clear answers and no one claiming responsibility, concern is growing.
I think when you have unmanned drones that are hovering, that are obviously not the ones that people are getting with 2-day shipping with Amazon, that is a concern to me.
We do not know the particular specifics of what those drones are.
The meeting with the mayors comes only a day after the FBI was grilled by lawmakers in Washington.
We were hoping for a few epiphanies today, and we really didn't get any.
But the mayor of Mine Hill says he did learn today the drones don't have an identifying radio beacon, which they're supposed to. He wants the federal government to keep drones from flying at night, at least for the time being.
The fact that they have radio beacons turned off, to me, says it's nefarious, and we have to get to the bottom of it.
Again, tonight, the Pentagon disputing those reports that foreign entities may be behind these drones that have been popping up now since mid-November. So it remains a mystery at this hour where they're coming from and why they are over our state. There is another briefing we've learned tomorrow at State Police Headquarters, this time with police chiefs. We should also mention tonight the governor, we're told from mayors, not on hand for today's meeting. We're live in Essex County, Maplewood. I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
Carriers launch drones over New Jersey? I read that right. That's the title of this video. Hi, I'm your host, Sal Mercogliano. Welcome to today's episode. There's an allegation out there that the Iranian Navy, from one of their 2 drone carriers, have launched drones to overfly the state of New Jersey. I'm not sure why we're flying over the Jersey Shore. Does Iran need some updated intelligence on Snooki? But that's the allegation. And that allegation isn't coming from the run-of-the-mill Twitter, X, people. It is coming from a U.S. congressman from New Jersey. I give you Congressman Van Drew.
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly.
Now, I want to be respectful to Congressman Jeff Van Drew from New Jersey, but you're wrong. They were not launched from the Iranian drone carriers, the one that was just launched the other month. And the reason I can say that emphatically without any doubt is because they're not off the coast of New Jersey. They're off the coast of Iran. And the reason we know that is because Tanker Trackers, which uses Black Sky, an open source satellite intelligence network, has visual on them right now. And I trust Tanker Trackers and Samar Madani with this information. Iran has two drone carriers, the Shahid Bagheri and the Shahid Madvi, and both are located in the anchorage of Shahid Banor, Iran. We know this because we're looking at them right now. Now, I'm not saying whose drones these are. Could they be Iranian drones? I don't know. They could be Iranian drones. I'm not exactly sure why Iranian drones would be showing their running lights up there and flashing so everybody in the world can see them. But they were not launched off the coast of the United States. Iran did not take their vessels, sail halfway around the world to launch drones off of Wildwood to go get images of I don't know what in New Jersey. There isn't illegal drone flights all the time in the United States, but this is not being done off the decks of Iranian drone carriers 83 years after the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. That's not what's happening off the East Coast of the United States. All right, let's take a minute and break down what Congressman Drew is referring to with these Iranian drone carriers. So this is an image from Black Sky, came out November 12th, showing that new Iranian drone carrier right here up against the dock. A few weeks later, November 28th, she is no longer there. Now, between November 28th and December 11th, is it possible for the carrier to set sail and head for the East Coast? She could set sail for the East Coast. She wouldn't get to the East Coast in that time frame. There's no way she can sail that fast and get there, not the least of which she's going to be monitored every inch of the ocean she sails by the U.S. military along with allied militaries, because that's what we do with Iranian vessels. And the reason we know that is a few years ago in 2021, when Iranian ships headed to Venezuela, they were tracked and monitored the entire way they went there. When the Iranian Navy sent one of their base ships over to Venezuela to deliver 7 high-speed fast attack craft, the Macron was followed the entire way, tracked and documented as it made its voyage through the Indian Ocean, around the Cape of Good Hope, into the South Atlantic, and eventually arriving in Venezuela. This is the ship in question. This is a story over on the War Zone. Iran's bizarre aircraft carrier seen in new detail. This is a story from August of 2024. While this ship may look like a Russian carrier like the Admiral Kuznetsov or one of the Chinese carriers, it's nowhere near that sophisticated. This is a container ship that was modified with a flat deck and a ski ramp so that you can launch drones off of it. They can land on the angle deck here. I'm not sure how well this works, actually, this deck arrangement on board, but this is the ship. It is a container ship. It is a commercially built vessel. This is not a warship. Some other vessel images of the vessel being fitted out. You can see how light she is because she doesn't have containers on board. So the ship is in a really light condition here. This is the ship actually up here being fitted out. This is a blow up of it. You can see the angled deck being fitted on there. You can see the container cells for the containers on board here. The Iranians don't do a lot to modify their vessels. They basically just slap decks on things and make it work. They look impressive, but below the surface, they're just commercial vessels. This is the story back in November 29, 2024, over at Covert Shores, H.I. Sutton, when Iran's new drone carrier started its sea trial. We see here the Bagheri heading out to sea for its sea trials. Again, that image that has been everywhere about the vessel. The ship is just starting sea trials. That means the ship has got to work up their ability to launch and recover these drones on board. This is not going to be an easy process. It's going to take some time to really figure out how this will work. Now, the ship is part of a larger drone carrier division. Now, I don't question the ability of Iran to launch drones off the shore of countries and send them ashore. I just question that it's these drone carriers. Iran has other vessels that it could fit drones to. I would think more than likely, if it was going to ever do this, it would do it to a commercial vessel. However, even all the Iranian commercial vessels are watched pretty closely. So, are there drones flying over New Jersey? Yes, there are drones flying over New Jersey. We've got plenty of imagery of that to show. Are they launched from an Iranian drone carrier off the East Coast of the United States? Oh, just no, they're not. Believe me, the Iranian drone carriers would not get 5 feet without getting documented to where they are. We know where the Iranian base ships are. We saw them all the time. We saw them in the Red Sea. We've seen them in the Persian Gulf. We see them out there all the time. You can't even hide these things because of the deck configuration, because they have the huge flight deck on them with a big ramp on the bow. It's not like you can mix them up with other container ships and get lost. You will see these vessels. They stand out quite a bit. It's a very distinct image from high above with a satellite. They are not off the East Coast of the United States. They are not off New Jersey. Now, I'm not saying there's not crazy things going on in New Jersey, because it is New Jersey. I guarantee you there's strange things afoot. But it is not Iranian drone carriers launching drones over them. I for the love of God, I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why. Stories like this, once in a while, I do question the stories that we do get here. Sometimes we try to cover commercial shipping and really deal with issues. Doing a 5-part video series right now I'm editing on maritime proposals for the incoming Trump administration, but got to deal with drone carriers off the coast of New Jersey. Didn't Orson Welles do a movie about this, or a radio show of some kind? The War of the Worlds? War of the Worlds, right? This is what it is. Is this what it is? Is this War of the Worlds again? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so be alerted about new videos as they come out. Leave a comment. There'll be plenty of comments. I guarantee you that. Leave a comment, share it across social media, give it a big thumbs up, and if you can, support the page. How do you do that? Well, you hit the super thanks button down below so that we here, what's going on with shipping, can afford our own drone carrier. That's right. We're going to put together our own drone carrier and launch drones over Iran and see how much they like it. Support us at Patreon, become a pal. Signing off.
Joe Piscopo. I used to love him on the on SNL. Well, he's got a show, and Sheriff Golden gave Joe Piscopo an inside look at the drone sightings in New Jersey. He's the Monmouth County Sheriff. Let's listen in
as to where this is going on, and this is the cause of it, right? I think it's alarming now in several counties, flying over infrastructure and reservoirs and military sites and 911 centers, and we don't have any direct link to communication outages, but there has been some mild reports of that. So we have to take it seriously. I do think that we need reform with drones. I was on the phone with Congressman Smith just Friday over this very subject, and I think the federal government has to put some more technology into the state police hands, right? We have great state police led by Colonel Callahan. I know they're on it, and his Homeland Security team is monitoring it, and I know they've been up in the helicopters and everything like that. But when I say back in the hands of state policing, the feds are the only one that can de-drone right now. They have the technology to de-drone, and I'm not saying these military drones, if that's what they are, but commercial drones that fly over large gatherings, stadiums, all of those things that would really concern and alarm our public. We have to have more tools in the hands of our first responders, and particularly the state police, that they can take care of some of these things and identify. And identification is another one, Joe. There's only certain drones that are identifiable with the FAA radar and all those kind of things. We need them all. If you are commercially sold, or there's a commercial operation like Amazon, they have to be reported on flight aware, with the radar and the ID number and all those kind of things. I mean, that has to be a given. I mean, we're in the era of drones, right? We see it in the Ukraine-Russia war. That's the technology. That's where it's going. And, listen, I'm not saying our military, shouldn't be doing exercises or experimentation, but they should be transparent about it, right? If they're flying over the skies.
They're not even, but Sheriff,
it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and they're not even you're the sheriff of a big, huge county, and they haven't. And they have not addressed this to you.
There is no. There's been no answer as to where these things are coming from.
Wow.
This is going on.
But look at this, okay? Now this is a drone. This is a Chinese drone, and it's a drone that's shouting in the sky. Now this apparently, it says, I don't know, I didn't translate this, but the post says, we're watching you the whole time, behave yourself, or you will bear the legal liability. Police in China now have tens of thousands of drones flying in the sky to spy on Chinese people day and night. Okay. And then we have this. This came out November 24th. China is building a drone army in preparation for America's pivot to Asia and global NATO. Yes, the swarm technology has civilization application, although it will be part of its military. Look at this. This is part of the Chinese drone army. Synchronized drones. Look at all those drones just taking off. What are they doing? I do not know. And here's another video. This came out November 17th. Chinese drone swarm. Imagine if they were armed. And of course, I'm pretty confident that they would have already figured out a military application for that. And then, okay, so UAP James 3 days ago brought this to our attention. This is from Jesse Waters. Now, I want to say this. Ask the startup drone company in Palo Alto if they believe playing chicken with the federal government and the Army and the Navy, state police, FBI, God only knows, to be good business practice, and then ask about the battery. Okay, here's Jesse Waters just a couple days ago.
Sources tell us there's a possibility that these drones are actually very advanced military craft and that the Pentagon's testing these drones over friendly American territory. Drone warfare has become so critical, as we've seen in Ukraine, that the U.S. military needs to test American drone capability in residential and urban areas. But the DoD's acting like these drones are a real concern. Listen.
This week, the Secretary signed a classified strategy for countering unmanned systems, more commonly known as drones, have the potential to pose both an urgent and enduring threat to U.S. personnel, facilities, and assets overseas, and increasingly in the U.S. homeland. As you know, the threats presented by these systems are changing how wars are fought. The DoD is orienting around a common understanding of the challenge and a comprehensive approach to addressing it.
Meanwhile, the FAA is issuing a warning. If they catch whoever's flying these drones, they're going to hit them with fines and revoke their licenses. That sounds kind of like a lot of hot air, because how can you find somebody you can't even find? Sources tell us there's a...
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we got Chinese drone swarms occurring. And here's Mayor Sam Morris of Mine Hill, New Jersey, says he has video of a stationary drone with 4 more objects hovering around it, going back and forth in a scanning pattern. This was posted 5 hours ago.
Mayor Sam Morris in Mine Hill Township is experiencing some of this activity. Mayor, thank you, first of all, for your time. You've seen these drones. Before we talk about the theories on the source of them, kind of just describe what you've experienced.
Been hearing about them, but last Tuesday night, a resident in town, one of my neighbors on my block, said that there were 8 overhead over our elementary school and municipal complex, which are, on the same block. So I got in my car and I rode around here. And by the time I got around here, which is only about a half-mile ride, the drones had all moved east over the town of Dover, New Jersey, kind of in between us. There's a large county park, and they were everywhere. I have a video of it was 4 with a kind of a stationary drone. What it appeared to us was there was 1 drone that was just stationary, and 4 were going back and forth in a scanning pattern. I'm a little older, so I would look like Pong from back in the day, right? Back, forth, and they went over the town of Dover. I went down into Dover to see a better look, get some more pictures, and they moved east again. And that was my own personal observation. I have residents reporting, last night some residents reported that there were, over various times of the evening, they were watching, and there were 12 over our lake. And they can't get pictures because they come out really grainy, and they're still like little dots on cell phones. I'm hoping some folks with some really good equipment can get out there. I know there's a fellow in town who has infrared night equipment. He's going out tonight looking. He's going to try to see if he can get.
Mayor.
And that's the thing. How come people aren't taking their like civilian drones up to go and inspect? Apparently people are doing that. Here we have this 9 hours ago. Military helicopters appear to be out monitoring and hunting these drones operating in Bedminster, New Jersey, December 8th. This is according to a Facebook post by Ryan Joseph. Take a look here.
helicopter's coming back.
The video's going. Oh my
Look, they're looking for it.
Oh my god, they're looking for it. They're looking for it, Jess, come on. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. They're after it.
No.
Holy fuck. What the fuck's going on?
And as we're filming, there's another drone coming up right there. As you can see, there's another drone right there. You can see it right there. That is 1000% a drone.
Wait, what is that noise? What is that noise?
And that is also a drone right there. Just cross paths.
Is it coming back? Is it coming back?
Everywhere.
Is it coming back? Helicopter's coming back. Holy fuck. What the fuck is that? That's not a helicopter. Are you sure? Is that a helicopter?
It's landing over by the station.
It's landing?
Yeah, there's a helicopter thing right there.
No.
Yes, Nicole. There it is. There's a drone right there.
That's not a helicopter.
Another drone right there.
No, it's.
This is just literally never ending. Yeah, there's flooding.
Wait till you see the footage we have over Bedminster. This footage is crazy. I'll get to that in a minute. Update: new footage from last night's drone shoot down or crash in New Jersey. Helicopter circling around the crash and fire. What is going on? So this appears to be the radar data from Flight Radar 24 showing the circling of this helicopter.
Like a craft that crashed out of the sky. It was crazy. I don't know what's going on. A lot of smoke and fire. We're on the highway, and out in the distance we see all these lights going off. And there's some smoke over here. Oh, right! Yes, YouTube magic right there. The field's on fire. There was like a craft that crashed out of the sky. It was crazy. I don't know what's going on.
A craft that crashed out of the sky, according to that account. Here's more. What is this? Here's another photograph. Jersey Coast Emergency News. State police are searching for a drone that possibly crashed in the Pine Barrens. We'll update as soon as we have additional information. It looks like a helicopter, perhaps with its searchlights on. Now, Truth Poll posted this. The alleged viral video of one of the drones that was recorded over New Jersey is apparently an actual helicopter. So you can see on the left, that was believed to be a drone, but bearing the same type of light configuration as a helicopter. And when we have this, some have speculated the fixed-wing drone in this video taken yesterday before 5 p.m. is the Terradynamics XP4 transwing drone. The shape seems more consistent with the Sparrowhawk by General Atomics. So you can see some of the visual. You can see the imagery. Then you can see the actual drone image. And then here's the video.
Holy cow. That's a drone. That is a drone. The heck?
Now again, you can see it has the red and it has the green lighting on it, which indicates that it's following standard aviation protocol.
That is not a jet. The jet making the noise.
Okay, it means it's following standard aviation protocol for identification markers. Now here is, this is wild. Representative Burchett telling the public to shoot at planes. I don't know why he would say this. Maybe he's just saying it tongue in cheek. Mass hysteria in New Jersey. On Fox News, Congressman Tim Burchett jokes that citizens should start shooting guns at mystery drones over Jersey. But the video they show is just a normal passenger plane landing at Newark Airport. This is insanity. Of course, nobody should be taking shots at anything in the sky, especially with the possibility of these being passenger airlines. I don't even know why he would make a joke like this.
Entire neighborhood. This is a little bit personal to me. My entire neighborhood, everybody in the surrounding cities, seems like it's all anybody's talking about because there are so many sightings. We're going to show you the one outside of my house that my kids captured just on Thursday night. But what are your thoughts on this? What's happening, and why don't we have more information? That's over my house. Yeah.
It's one of three things. It's either individuals, it's either the Chinese, or it's our military, or a combination thereof. Honestly, you don't see a lot of that in Tennessee, where I'm from, because everybody's got a 12-gauge shotgun, man. And I suspect we need to open the season up on drones.
This is a little bit personal to me. My entire
okay, I don't know if that should be advised by a congressman. Obviously, a tongue-in-cheek remark, but nonetheless. Fox News host records a drone above her home. They're not high in the sky like an airplane. They're flying low.
And seeing these, you were saying Rachel Campos Duffy captured this video of drones. This is in her own backyard, and she joins us now. Rachel, y'all been seeing these. You were saying prayers with your kids, and they look
out the window. But that footage was actually captured while I was at the Patriot Awards, and my kids were home, and they saw it. They ran outside, and they captured that video.
So it's been more than once you've seen.
Oh, multiple times. This is all everyone is talking about. If you live in Morristown, Mendham, Summit, Bedminster, that whole Far Hills, that whole area, that's all you talk about. Go to the neighborhood, apps, where, you put in if you lost your dog or your cat. They're all about drone sightings now. Right. And so I think what you're seeing is, first of all, no answers. Whatever the governor put out was a non-answer. Didn't make me feel any better. And I just think we're in this era. You remember when I had my interview with Donald Trump at Bedminster? I'm like, will you declassify JFK? Will you declassify Epstein? Will you declassify the 9/11? And he was like, yes. I think we're in this era where people want more transparency from government, and they are so tired of the lies being told to them by the government. And I think that's what you're seeing right here. People are outraged. 3 weeks. No answer.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When we were interviewing those mayors, that's what they said. They're not satisfied with just being told, well, you're safe, everything's fine. We want to know why, who's manning these, where are they from? Are they from another country? Because they told us the spy balloon is going through, and they allowed it to travel throughout our whole country before they actually took it down.
And then we found out they knew it was traveling over the country, that a Chinese spy balloon was going over our country, and Joe Biden's government was okay with it. Yeah. Now, another interesting little tidbit before we move on to the second topic, Ainsley, is people think I know something because Sean is up for the transportation secretary. I'm I don't know anything. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just as curious as everybody else, and I don't feel good. They're flying low. I mean, they're not up high like an airplane. They're flying low. You can see them, and they're large. They're huge. These are not hobby drones.
Rachel.
Okay, I think there's a combination of things going on here. And I think that there are some legitimate concerns about things people are seeing in the sky. There's some misidentification that's going on, as you can see here in this picture. And I also think that there could very easily be some hoaxers who are taking advantage of the situation, and maybe they're putting up their own drones and putting crazy lights on it just to continue to amplify the hysteria. I think maybe people are becoming very overly sensitive to the situation. So any single light they see in the sky, whether it's a passenger jet or a firework, who knows, right? They're automatically jumping to the conclusion, and it's just creating this feedback loop where it just grows and grows and grows. I think that could be part of the situation. But when Jesse Waters says that the Pentagon has authorized the use of these things, according to his sources, you got to raise some serious questions. But check this out. This was posted 22 hours ago, and it's supposedly UAPs caught on a Ring doorbell. Okay. And this is in Jersey. Check out this footage. What is that? Now that, I mean, could it be? I mean, there's a serious fisheye lens on that. I wonder if there'd be a way to reverse engineer that lens and flatten it out so you have a better perspective. But it looks crazy. I mean, it could be another, a hoax. It could be a firework. It could be a UAP. But this was recorded on the 7th of December. So just a couple days ago on a Ring doorbell. I mean, so yeah, I mean, people have a right to be very concerned. Here's this guy, a New Jersey resident, reports his friend's drone was disabled trying to intercept a rogue UFO drone. His video account was disabled, and then FBI came to his home to interrogate him. Well, let's listen to his account.
No noise. A friend of mine on here that lives in New Jersey last night, which let's keep in mind is December 7th, saw
Okay, now let's all take this guy's testimony with a grain of salt. All right. I'm not sure which platform he's published this to, but this could be another example of just somebody whipping up hysteria, taking their phone, and I'm gonna make up this grand story, and I'm gonna publish it to social media, and I'm gonna get everyone all worked up. I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm asking you to just watch this, objectively here.
very large drone sitting above his home. And when he decided to use his drone to get a closer look, something really weird happened. As he flew his drone up towards these other 3 drones, he stated that these drones made absolutely no noise. But then he stated that when his drone got closer, that his drone was taken offline, with what he stated seemed to be some kind of EMP. But this—
Okay, so again, here's where this is suspect for me. He's going on social media and he's telling the story. Well, why not your friend go? Why doesn't your friend pick up his phone and make his story? Why are we getting hearsay? Okay, again, grain of salt.
This is where it gets weird. His drone fell straight from the sky, and as far as I know, he's trying to recover the footage that he had on that drone. He described these drones as being as big as a car and having one large blinking light on them. But the craziest part about it is the fact that he released a video of them hovering above his house prior to releasing his drone to go up to get a closer look, right? And now his account has actually ended up being banned. Do keep in mind, he had 89,000 followers. And some of you probably saw that video. But what's weird is the fact that he had another video that clearly showed that after his drone fell out of the sky, he recorded these drones going faster than any other drone he's ever seen, or faster than any helicopter that he or I have ever seen. But now, after having a conversation from earlier this morning, he's had numerous FBI officials show up at his doorstep, which today is obviously Sunday, December 8th. But I still have yet to speak to him since noon. And he
Okay, so first of all, he's not telling us his friend's social media accounts. He's saying, you probably saw the video. I don't know. I'm watching this guy's eyes and I have a lot of questions.
Even read my most recent text message, so it's kind of concerning. But according to him, these officials were trying to seize his drone technology, and apparently he was in the process of being taken in for questioning. I don't know how much I believe in that, but he still has yet to text me back. But he's just one of many people that I know that have witnessed these drones hovering over New Jersey, and not just New Jersey, but New York as well. Drones that are obviously much larger than anybody has ever witnessed before. But as far as I know, he's supposed to be creating a new profile sometime this week. So obviously when I speak to him again and his profile comes up, I'll let everybody know. But something about this just doesn't seem right. I don't know. And the fact that our own government doesn't have any answers seems to be kind of worrying. I mean, that in itself just really has me confused. But if you've been an eyewitness to one of these drones hovering over your houses or just hovering over New Jersey and New York in itself, let me know what experience you had in the comment section below, because I'm intrigued to know so much more about this situation. A friend of mine—
Comment below, subscribe to my whatever. What is this? We got to find out who this guy is. I don't know. I'm not buying it though. I will tell you that. I'm not buying that story. Too many holes in it. But these are the things we got to question, right? Okay, now this though, look at this. This is the best New Jersey drone or UAP videos so far near Trump Bedminster Golf Course. Pentagon stated they're coming up with a plan. Yikes, they don't have a plan yet. Look at this. That was K Prince 8162 on TikTok. Now you can hear propellers, or you know what? That sounds like a helicopter. Yeah, that sounds like a helicopter to me. Clearly sounds like a helicopter.
Sure.
I don't know. These people, man. Okay. Yeah. See, it even got fact checked. Readers added context. This is Augusta Westland 139 helicopter. You know, that's the thing. These people are just posting all this garbage all over the internet, and they're just like making all this hysteria. Like this guy. Like, who is this guy? Really? My friend caught one flying over New Jersey. The FBI came, and I haven't heard from him for days. But we have to listen to this one. This is important, okay? This is, well, we'll find out.
What's going on in homes in New Jersey, in Morris County? I don't know how many mayors sent a letter to you this morning asking for a clarification. What can you tell us? What is going on, and why is it taking so long to come up with an explanation?
Yeah, it's a good, I don't blame people for being frustrated. Let me say, most importantly, right up front, we see no evidence, and I say we, this includes Homeland Security, FBI, Secret Service, our state police, authorities at all levels of government. The most important point to say is we don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating.
Okay, whenever they say there's no concern for public safety, tells me these guys know more than they're letting on. We've heard it time and time again when encountering these public officials. I believe this is the mayor.
That we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing. We had last night 49 sightings. I think 20 of them were over 100. Now those include, I think I saw one mistaken a fixed wing aircraft, a plane, a small Piper Cub, for instance, for a drone, or you saw one and that counts, and then I saw the same one and that counts. So we think these are overstated, but it's a non-zero number. I was on with the White House and Homeland Security leadership literally at the very top yesterday for pretty much all day. I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner than later. I would just ask folks to continue to let the FBI or their local law enforcement know when they see something, and we'll continue to do everything we can with our federal partners to get clearer answers.
Why is it so hard to get answers?
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. And, you know, we're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure. So we've got military assets, we've got utility assets, we've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. We've got good cooperation out of the feds, but we need more, and that was my plea.
Finally, how much longer do you think?
I don't know, but if we have news, I'll let you know. The minute we know something, I'm not going to hide it under a bushel.
Governor, you're going to have people saying, I saw a drone and it was spraying something, or I saw a drone crash in my yard and it set off an alarm when I tried to go near it. There's a lot of fear amongst New Jersey residents. I mean, what is your message?
Well, the message I just gave. But by the way, we're not aware of any nefarious drone that has crashed, or if there is one that's crashed, could someone please call me and let me know where that is? There are a couple of rumored downings for one reason or another. One of them was a toy. The other one was never found. But having our hands on equipment that's on the ground would be helpful. No question about it.
In New Jersey, in Morris County, 20.
Okay, so that is the Governor Murphy of New Jersey addressing these sightings. Clearly, you can feel the mass hysteria Trump Transportation Secretary nominee Sean Duffy's wife slams the feds over silence about the drones. 3 weeks and no answers. Truth Poll says, I think it's a mix of many things. People getting fooled. That's exactly what I said. People getting fooled by air traffic. Actual drones, not sure operated by whom. Other people's custom-made drones are sent to check out the other drones. Drone incursion in tiny fraction of actual UFOs and UAPs. Take a look at this. For instance, they say the video below, they're not planes. Clearly drones or UAPs taken over Arizona. Is this Arizona?
Mystery drones in the air. 3 mystery drones in the air. This is wild. I was moving quick. What in the world is happening? What? 3.
Bizarre. Ashton Forbes, he says it's more interesting than all the plane videos people are sharing. Could be something going on, but sharing videos of planes at night and claiming UFOs are morphing into planes is incredibly silly. Yeah, keep tabs on Ashton Forbes. Meanwhile, Rosie O'Donnell has herpes and she wants everyone to know, and she made a TikTok. She's blaming it on UFOs. Yeah, maybe she's just trying to, ew. Oh, goodness. I'm not even going to play it here. Ashton Forbes, he says 11 hours ago, super fake. This whole saga's turned into mass hysteria. If you see green and red lights consistent with navigation, you're looking at an airplane. What's that thing where people look at clouds and see images? Same thing here. Okay, and 2 days ago, a man named Alexander was getting off work at 2 a.m. this morning and witnessed a hovering drone, which with its lights turned off in New Jersey. Look at this. That's bizarre. What else have we got? So much happening with this. Okay, here's this one. New pictures. This is ridiculous, actually. New pictures of some of the New Jersey drone taken from a 300 millimeter camera posted to Facebook. Says they were taken with a 300 millimeter and cropped. The woman who posts these is the executive director of a nonprofit who works with adults. Okay, what do you see here? I see blurry images. This is what people are posting, and it's out of control. And I want to post, I'm actually going to post this right now as we're live. This was sent to me by Ryan, and this was over Milwaukee. And this was today. I'm going to publish this right now. We're going to show it to you. And okay, when that uploads, I'll get that video and I will show it to you exactly. Charlie Parrish, guys, this is crazy. He says, another UAP arrived as I tried to watch them retrieve the bodies. Disclosure has arrived. See, it's this kind of stuff that's creating all kinds of bizarre hysteria. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but this is kind of crazy video. You can see, like, look at that. Look at how close they are, and then they separate. No audio on this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this video. But I'm going to show you the video that I was sent, because I want people to understand that you have video that is being mistaken. Now, I got this phone call today. It was a frantic phone call from one of our viewers. And I said, send me the video immediately. And this is what he sent me. Okay. And the moment I saw it, I recognized it as Starlink. Okay. So it's things like this that are creating even more hysteria. This is over Milwaukee. One of our viewers sent this to me.
See that shit? What is that? Hey, look. Look. Y'all stupid. Bro, you ain't see them lines in the sky? Bro, I got it on record.
So when Ryan called me and I spoke to him briefly, I said, send me the video right away. We'll publish it tonight. We'll talk about it on the show. And the minute I saw it, I said, this is Starlink. And I said, it's easy to mistake something like this because people aren't used to seeing Starlink configurations or constellations over certain areas, but easily another instance where people automatically think, okay, UFOs or drones or some type of activity. But again, I have to go back to the point where we have these, of course, you got this crazy Chinese drone configuration of the military. But then you have people who are, they're just anything they see, they're reacting to. But I think what Jesse Waters says here is probably most telling.
Sources tell us there's a possibility that these drones are actually very advanced military craft and that the Pentagon's testing these drones over friendly American territory. Drone warfare has become so critical, as we've seen in Ukraine, that the U.S. military needs to test American drone capability in residential and urban areas.
Okay, but they're doing these testing and they're creating mass hysteria and they're not disclosing it to the public. If that's in fact true, all they have to do is say, folks, we're going to be testing some drones over your area. Don't be concerned. This is just some military testing. You have nothing to fear. And of course, when you do hear these officials, they all say, yeah, there's no threat to public safety. It's probably because they're being told in one ear by the Pentagon exactly what's happening. Right? So the activity over New Jersey isn't just a series of sightings. Could be a direct challenge to our national security, though. When objects can outmaneuver our most advanced military aircraft with impunity, we could be facing something far beyond conventional technology. Maybe these are UAPs like we saw in that Ring doorbell. Okay. But maybe there's just mistakes and maybe there's other drone incursions and maybe there's some, of course, we saw helicopters or just actual airliners. It's hysteria and it is getting out of control. So sound off in the comments what you think. Are we witnessing classified military tests, foreign surveillance, UAPs, or just mass hysteria gone awry? And Patriots, while mysterious forces may be dominating our skies, make your